What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, September 29th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. In the final trailer for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, fans finally get a look at some of the magical creatures Newt Scamander has been chasing, including a jewelry-stealing Niffler and a deeper look at the people who are chasing him. Scamander, played by Oscar winner Eddie Redmayne, a zoologist from England, arrives in New York City in 1926 along with his magical briefcase, which houses some of the fantastic beasts from his travels. Scamander's briefcase gets open and the creatures escape, sending Scamander on a hunt for the creatures and the American Wizardry authorities after Scamander. Scamander, along with sisters Tina and Queenie Goldstein, played by Catherine Waterston and Alison Sedal, and Noel Majal, the American term for Muggle, Jacob Kowalski, played by Dan Folger, must track down the creatures without further aggravating the tensions between the magical and non-magical communities. Colin Farrell stars as Percival Graves, an auror and director of magical security for Magical Congress of the United States of America, who leads the charge in finding Scamander. Also on the hunt is Mary Lou, played by Samantha Morton, another no-mage, but one who is determined to rid the world of witches and wizards. The film, written by Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling and directed by veteran Potter director David Yates, premieres in theaters on November 18th. The Jungle Book and Iron Man director Jon Favreau is set to helm a new big-screen version of The Lion King. Favreau said in a Facebook post Wednesday, "Excited for my next project. We can officially confirm that the Walt Disney Studios and director Jon Favreau are putting a new reimagining of The Lion King on the fast track to production," the company said Wednesday. The project follows the technologically groundbreaking smash hit The Jungle Book, directed by Favreau, which debuted in April and has earned $965.8 million worldwide. The live-action and animated hybrid remake of The Lion King, which includes songs from the beloved 1994 animated movie, which was adapted in 1997 as a Tony-winning stage musical, is still running on Broadway. Productions of the show are being performed around the world as well. Disney and Favreau are also collaborating on a sequel to The Jungle Book. Release dates for the films have not yet been announced. Brad Pitt has decided not to attend the premiere of his latest film, Voyage of Time, in order to focus on his family. Pitt said in a statement to E! News about his absence from the film's premiere, "Terrence Malick's Voyage of Time is an incredibly beautiful and unique experimental IMAX film for children and families chronicling the birth of time." He continued by saying, "I'm very grateful to be part of such a fascinating and educational project, but I'm currently focusing on my family situation and don't want to distract attention away from this extraordinary film, which I encourage everyone to see." Pitt has narrated Voyage of Time and was expected to walk the red carpet for the project Wednesday during its screening at the California Science Center in Los Angeles. Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Pitt, citing irreconcilable differences after they had been together for over a decade. The actress is said to not be seeking spousal support and is requesting sole custody of their children, with Pitt getting visitation rights and joint legal custody. After divorce filing, TMZ reported that Pitt was under investigation for child abuse stemming from an incident on a private jet with the family in which he was verbally abusive and physical. Los Angeles Police Department said it was not investigating Pitt. The FBI are evaluating the reports. The FBI said in a statement the FBI is continuing to gather facts and will evaluate whether an investigation at the federal level will be pursued. A close source to Pitt has said he takes the matter very seriously and says he does not commit any abuse on his children. Pitt and Jolie share 6 children together: 15-year-old Maddox, 12-year-old Pax, 11-year-old Sierra, 10-year-old Shiloh, and 8-year-old twins Knox and Vivian. In the statement, Pitt said, "I'm very saddened by the divorce, but what matters most now is the well-being of our kids." And in a related story, Courtney Cox says Jennifer Aniston has nothing to do with Brad Pitt's divorce from Angelina Jolie. The 52-year-old actress defended her longtime pal and former friend's co-star Tuesday after sources claim Aniston was satisfied by ex-husband Brad Pitt's recent split from Angelina Jolie. Cox told Entertainment Tonight at Revlon's annual philanthropic luncheon, "I feel like we're exaggerating it by even talking about it. It's not about her." Aniston's husband, Justin Theroux, shared similar sentiments in an interview with Business Insider published the same day. The actor called it nonsense that Aniston was being linked to the high-profile split. He said, "There's an endless appetite for trash, apparently, though everyone would say that they don't have that appetite. But I think a lot of people do because people buy it. It's shocking, where there are far more important things going on in the world." Aniston and Pitt divorced in 2005 amid rumors the actor had cheated on Aniston with Jolie. Insiders had recently told Us Weekly that Aniston considered Pitt's new split karma. Sources said she always got the sense that something would happen with them eventually. She didn't feel that Angelina was truly the one who Brad was meant to stay with. She always felt that Angelina was too complex for him. Will Forte confirmed that he and director Jorma Taccone are working on a script for a sequel for MacGruber, the 2010 film based on Forte's Saturday Night Live sketch. Taccone tweeted a photo of the first page of the script, dubbed the super duper rough draft, with the caption, "No joke, #MacGruber 2. Late night host Seth Meyers, an SNL alum, asked Forte whether there was any truth to Taccone's tweet. Forte confirmed it is true. Forte added, "It's a very rough early draft of the script. We are trying to do it. We had a great time making the first one." The first film featured MacGruber, played by Forte, and his team of experts played by Kristen Wiig and Ryan Phillippe, on a mission to retrieve a stolen nuclear warhead from the hands of the evil Dieter von Kuntz. Kevin Hart has kicked Jerry Seinfeld out of first place on Forbes' list of the top-earning comedians, with Hart earning over $30 million more than Seinfeld. Seinfeld has held the number one spot year after year since 2006, earning over $900 million in that same time. Hart's paycheck from June 2015 to June 2016 topped out at $87.5 million, over $30 million more than Seinfeld, who earned $43.5 million, thanks mainly to his jam-packed touring schedule, playing over 100 shows in the 12-month time frame. Hart also spent some time in the box office this year, finding success in films like Central Intelligence and Secret Life of Pets, and shooting endorsements for Hyundai, Foot Locker, and H&M. Amy Schumer also made history on Forbes' list, becoming the first female comedian to ever hold a spot. Schumer takes fourth place with a 12-month gross of $17 million. Jim Gaffigan, Dave Chappelle, and Russell Peters also appear on this year's list. Netflix has released a 2-minute trailer for 13th, a documentary directed and produced by Selma filmmaker Ava DuVernay. Set to premiere at the New York Film Festival on Friday, the film explores how mass incarceration evolved to its current epic proportions and what the ramifications are for communities of color across the country, a press release said. It will debut on the streaming service October 7th. Official synopsis explains that the title refers to the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, which reads, "Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States." It also adds the progression from that second qualifying clauses to the horror of mass criminalization in the sprawling American prison industry is laid out by DuVernay with bracing ludicity, with a potential important mixture of archival footage and testimony from a dazzling array of activists, politicians, historians, and formerly incarcerated women and men. DuVernay creates a work of grand historical synthesis. FX has renewed their horror drama The Strain for a fourth and final season. FX President of Original Programming, Nick Grad, said in a statement, "We sincerely thank Carlton Close, Guillermo del Toro, Chuck Hogan, and their creative team, as well as the fantastic cast for 3 exciting seasons of The Strain." He continued by saying, "Though we're sad to see it go, we fully support the way in which they are crafting the 4th season's dramatic conclusion." Now in the middle of its 3rd season, the series is set to return for Season 4 in the summer of 2017. Created by Del Toro and Hogan, who based the series on their novel trilogy of the same name, The Strain was originally intended to last only 3 seasons, according to executive producer and showrunner Cuss. Cuss added in a statement, "It's a true joy to work at FX, where creative intentions always comes first. Our original plan was for the series to last 3 years." He continued by saying, "Once we began telling that story, it expanded to be more. After finishing the writing on Season 3, Guillermo, Chuck, and I looked at our remaining story and felt the best version could be told in one more season. We have a fantastic plan for an exciting and climactic Season 4. We're deeply grateful to FX for supporting our vision and for allowing us to end the show on our own timetable." Starring Corey Stoll, David Bradley, Kevin Durand, Jonathan Hyde, Richard Samuel, Natalie Brown, Miguel Gomez, Max Charles, Ruta Gamitas, Rupert Penny Jones, Samantha Mathis, and Joaquin Cosio. The Strain airs Sundays at 10 p.m. on FX. 2 passings to report. All My Children and One Life to Live creator Agnes Nixon died Wednesday morning at the age of 88. TV Line and Philly.com were among the social media outlets that reported the sad news. Nixon's other writing producing credits include As the World Turns, Search for Tomorrow, Another World, Guiding Light, Loving, and The City. She won several Daytime Emmy Awards for her work on soap operas. The Daytime Emmy Facebook page said, "We are very sad to hear of the passing of Agnes Nixon, a true giant in our industry. Hashtag All My Children, hashtag One Life to Live, hashtag RIP." The Walt Disney Company executive Chief Officer and Chairman Robert A. Iger says, "It is with a heavy heart I mourn the passing of television pioneer Agnes Nixon, someone I was proud to call a friend. Agnes's impact on daytime television and pop culture is undeniable. She was the first to champion socially relevant topics in the towns and characters Agnes brought to life, leaving an indelible imprint on television that will be remembered forever. On behalf of Walt Disney and ABC, I want to extend our deepest condolences to her family." And Gary Glassberg, the executive producer and showrunner of NCIS, died in his sleep Wednesday in Los Angeles. He was 50. The New York native was also the executive producer and creator of NCIS New Orleans. His additional television credits include Shark, The Mentalist, Crossing Jordan, The Street, and Bones. He was married for 20 years to television producer and screenwriter Mimi Shemer and had two sons, Dash and Eli. The NCIS cast and crew said in a statement today, "Gary was our rock, our cheerleader, our team captain. He inspired us with our leadership, his creative instincts, and keen insight. NCIS will not be the same without him, and each of us will miss his smiling face and unwavering humor, which lifted us every day." Glenn Geller, the president of CBS Entertainment, says today is an overwhelming, sad day for NCIS, CBS, and anyone who was blessed to spend time with Gary Glassberg. We have lost a cherished friend, gifted creative voice, respected leader, and most memorably someone whose warmth and kindness was felt by all around him. Our heartfelt thoughts and sympathies goes out to his wife Mimi, his two sons, and all his family and friends. David Staff, the president of CBS Television Studios, says, "We're devastated by the passing of our dear friend and colleague Gary Glassberg. He epitomized the word minch and brought kindness, integrity, and class to everything he did. His remarkable talent as a writer and producer was only matched by his ability to connect with people. Gary was a beloved member of our family, and we're so honored that he called CBS his home for so many years. Our hearts go out to his wife Mimi, two sons, his entire family, and all those who loved him." Glassberg was 50. In a preview clip for Mary J. Blige's upcoming Apple Music show, The 411, Blige sings Bruce Springsteen's American Skin to Hillary Clinton. Blige sings to Clinton before asking her, "Promise, Mama, you'll keep your hands inside. I just want to know, where do we go from here?" American Skin 41 Shots was written by Springsteen after the 1999 shooting death of Guinea immigrant Amadou Diallo, who was shot at 41 times by four plainclothes NYPD officers. The clip has faced ridicule online since it was released on Tuesday. The full interview will premiere on September 30th on Apple Music. Gwyneth Paltrow went makeup-free on her 44th birthday Tuesday. The Mordecai star celebrated her past and future by sharing a barefaced photo with her 2.6 million Instagram followers. She captioned the selfie, "No makeup for my 44th birthday, embracing my past and future. Thank you for the instant love. @Goop goes makeup-free. @Goop." Paltrow has told the New York Times in April that she generally doesn't wear much makeup on a day-to-day basis. She did reveal, however, that she enjoys trying new and sometimes bizarre beauty treatments. The actress said, "I often go out with just mascara and a little cheek. I don't use bronzer. You need technique to use bronzer, highlight, and BB cream. All these things my daughter tells me about." She also adds, "Generally, I'm open to anything. I've been stung by bees. It's a 1,000-years-old treatment called apitherapy. People use it to get rid of inflammation and scarring. It's actually pretty incredible if you research it." Paltrow launched her own organic cosmetics line in collaboration with Juice Beauty in January. She also continues to oversee her lifestyle website Goop, which she admitted can be excruciating in a recent interview. Mandy Moore isn't fazed by ex-boyfriend Wilder Valderrama dating Minka Kelly. The 32-year-old actress commented on the 36-year-old actor's romance with Kelly, her close friend, while appearing on Tuesday's episode of Watch What Happens Live. She told host Andy Cohen, "We're all close friends. No, it's not weird. I love them both, and I've been friends with Wilmer for 15 years. We're like very, very, very close friends." Moore and Valderrama dated in the early 2000s and have remained friendly since. Valderrama and Kelly reportedly dated in 2012 and sparked rumors of a reconciliation in August. Kelly said on the cruise show on Power 106 this month, "He's a good friend to me. We're all good friends, and we've always have been. It's funny, this whole back with my ex thing, we're not exes." She also added, "Wilmer is a really, really good person. I think any girl would be lucky to have him." Valderrama has split from singer Demi Lovato in June after 6 years of dating. Moore, meanwhile, finalized her divorce from Ryan Adams the same month after separating from the singer in 2014. Kate Hudson displayed her singing talent Tuesday when she sang En Vogue's Hold On during a commercial break on The Tonight Show. The impromptu performance began after the actress talked with host Jimmy Fallon about the first groups he ever saw in concert, which included the 1990s R&B group En Vogue. Hudson sang from the song, much to the surprise of Fallon, When I Had You, I Treat You Bad, who then joined her vocally along with the show's band The Roots, which added the track's instrumentals. Hudson said of En Vogue, "They were like my girls. I was obsessed with them." While Fallon was interviewing Hudson on air, the pair discussed the possibility of the 37-year-old releasing an album someday. She said, "I'd love to do a record. I've always been scared of making music. I write music, and it's super depressing." Hudson last made headlines for singing the Star-Spangled Banner for the 4th of July in 2015. James Corden fulfilled his dream by bringing back a classic boy band Tuesday when he performed alongside the Backstreet Boys on The Late Late Show. Corden said before introducing the Backstreet Boys for a surprise performance, "I care about this more than maybe anything else on the planet. We're bringing back boy bands." And he continued, "I'm talking proper boy bands. 5 guys together. I'm talking about the cute one, the funny one, the nice one, the other one, and the maverick who refuses to play by the rules, all living together in some weird mansion in Orlando." He also added, "I'm aware that boy bands haven't gone away, right? But now they just stand on stage wearing skinny jeans and band sneakers, and some of them even have the audacity to pick up instruments. That is not what I want in a boy band. I want matching outfits, synchronized dancing, and way over budget music videos." The Backstreet Boys, consisting of Nick Carter, AJ McLean, Kevin Richardson, Brian Luttrell, and Howie Duro, were then introduced among a cloud of smoke, flashing lights, and a cheering audience. As their performance of Every Day got underway, Corden then jumped on stage to take part in all their choreographed dance moves. Corden sang as part of the track's lyrics, "Am I Sexual?" Taylor Lautner says Britney Spears tried and failed to play matchmaker with him and her sister. The 24-year-old actor confirmed the 34-year-old singer once attempted to set him up with Jamie Lynn Spears after Scream Queens co-star John Stamos revealed as much in an interview with Billboard at the 2016 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Stamos asked the reporter, "Can I tell a little secret? Britney tried to fix Taylor up with her sister one time, Jamie Lynn." Lautner admitted, "It was a few years ago, a long time ago, we did not go out." Stamos previously prodded Lautner about his love life during the Television Critics Association press tour in August. The 53-year-old Fuller House star got the younger actor to discuss his brief romance with Taylor Swift. Lautner told Entertainment Tonight at the time it was a good thing. It was a fun few months there. He added in a Facebook Live interview after confirming Swift wrote a song about him, "That's what she does. She writes songs. It's called Back to December." Lautner, who plays Dr. Cassidy Cassad on Scream Queens, was last linked to Montana Lawson. Jamie Lynn Spears, meanwhile, married James Watson in 2014 and share an 8-year-old daughter with her ex-fiancé. Kiefer Sullivan says he respects ex-fiancée Julia Roberts for calling off their wedding. The 49-year-old actor praised the 48-year-old actress this week on the Just Casual interview for having the courage to end their engagement just days before their 1991 wedding. Sullivan said she was being realistic for herself. "I think it's hard to explain the pressure. We were young and we were both very much in love, and we had decided that we wanted to get married. But then this other thing kind of took over. She was arguably the most famous woman in this world." He elaborated, "This wedding that was supposed to be something between the two of us became something so big. In the middle of that, I think she had the courage to admit it wasn't what she wanted to do in the end. I think it took a lot of courage amongst all of that other stuff to be able to say, I can't do this." Sutherland and Roberts met on the set of Flatliners in 1989 and got engaged the next year. The couple split amid rumors Sutherland had cheated, and Roberts was linked to the actor's friend Jason Patric the same day they were to wed. Sutherland said in a 2006 interview with Rolling Stones magazine, "I commend Julia for seeing how young and silly we were, even at the last minute, even as painful and as difficult it was. Thank God she saw it." He also added, "It's not a matter of forgiving Jason. We were friends, and I'm surprised that I ever got a call from him saying I've fallen in love with ... Instead, I found out from a stranger." Sutherland told Red Book in 2012 that he and Patrick reconciled and are good friends. The designated survivor star was married to Kelly Wynn from 1996 to 2004, while Roberts is currently wed to Daniel Mortar. 30 Rock Emmy winner and vocal Democrat Alec Baldwin is to play GOP presidential candidate Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live this season. The sketch comedy show's Twitter account posted a 15-second clip showing Baldwin and SNL cast member Kate McKinnon prepping to play Trump and his Democratic rival Hillary Clinton. The video said, referencing to the series' season 42 premiere, Trump vs. Clinton, Saturday Night Live, October 1st. Baldwin is no stranger to SNL. He has hosted the program more times than anyone else, 16. The show's previous Trump portrayers include Darrell Hammond, Taron Killam, and the late Phil Hartman. Lin-Manuel Miranda is set to host the October 8th edition of Saturday Night Live. Miranda tweeted Wednesday, "I have a bit of a week next week." Best known for his Broadway musicals Hamilton and In the Heights, the 36-year-old New Yorker who has already won the Emmy, Grammy, Tony, and Pulitzer Prize for his work. The alternative music duo 21 Pilots will make its SNL debut alongside Miranda. The band's songs include Ride, Blurry Face, and Heathens. SNL will kick off its 42nd season Saturday with host Margot Robbie, a musical guest, The Weeknd. Kendall Jenner is offering her best advice on dealing with bullying. The 20-year-old model advised fans to ignore bullies and to follow the golden rule in the October issue of Garage magazine. Jenner said, "Let's face it, everyone is going to have an opinion. Best advice I have is to realize just that. Everyone's always going to be saying something, and if you concern yourself with that, you're in for a giant headache." She also added, "What matters is how you feel. If you like that picture or you feel good in that outfit, fuck it. Gaining perspective does wonders." Jenner has faced her share of bullies, having starred on Keeping Up with the Kardashians since she was 12, and skyrocketing to fame as a model in the past 2 years. She herself aims to treat others as well as she wants to be treated. The star says, "I know that sounds slightly basic, but when it comes to humans and human nature, the simplest answer is usually the right one. It really is as easy as that." Jenner's close friend and former model Gigi Hadid has said in February that she follows Jenner's advice on bullying. Hadid says she leans on Jenner when facing online hating because the model understands what she's going through. Hadid explains, "It's the same thing as dating someone in the industry rather than out of the industry. You only understand it when you literally experience it." She also added, "When people are really harsh, usually I'm going to call Kendall because Kendall's the one who will always be like, you don't need that, just let it go. And I know that if that's working for her, then it can work for me." Kylie Jenner and boyfriend Tyga kissed and partied in a new Alexander Wang campaign. The 19-year-old reality star and 26-year-old rapper teamed up with the designer and the DJ Skillerex to promote Wang's fall 2016 collection in a new ad. The promo sees Jenner, Tyga, and Skillerex get down at a Beverly Hills mansion where the cast and crew filmed in April. The video also features former Crystal Castle singer Alice Glass. Wang told Yahoo Style, "I wanted to create this hybrid idea of a music video with my favorite movies growing up, referencing Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Can't Hardly Wait." He recalls Skillerex started playing his own music, and we didn't even script it that way. He just took out his laptop and started playing, and all the girls started going crazy. Director X was like, we got to shoot this. We got to shoot this." Jenner shared the ad Monday on Instagram, writing at Alexander Wang NY, hashtag Wang Squad. The reality star and Tyga previously collaborated on the rapper's music video for Stimulated. Selena Gomez has set another record on Instagram by becoming the first user ever to reach 100 million followers. According to Billboard, a social media campaign started by her fans with the hashtag Selena Break the Internet pushed her over the hump after they realized how close she was to the record-setting number. At 100 million followers, Gomez beats out fellow celebrities such as Taylor Swift, who has 91.4 million followers, Beyoncé, who has 85.3 million followers, Ariana Grande, who has 85 million followers, and Kim Kardashian, who has 83.6 million followers. The feed follows the singer, also claiming the most liked photo on Instagram back in July. The image, which now has obtained 5.6 million likes, features Gomez drinking from a Coke bottle that features the lyrics "You're the Spark" from her song Me and the Rhythm. Notably, Gomez has not posted a new photo on Instagram in 6 weeks, her last being taken during her now-canceled Revival tour. Back in August, the 24-year-old announced that she was taking some time off from the spotlight in order to deal with complications relating to her lupus diagnosis, including anxiety and depression. She said in a statement at the time, "I want to be proactive and focus maintaining my health and happiness, and have decided the best way forward is to take some time off." Rock legend Tom Petty is to be honored as the 2017 Music Cares Person of the Year in Los Angeles this winter. The three-time Grammy winner is to be recognized at the gala on February 10th, 2 nights prior to the 59th edition of the Grammy Awards. Neil Portnow, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Recording Academy of Music Cares, said in a statement, "Tom burst into our music consciousness and never let go. His brand of rock and roll benefits from a celebratory rebelliousness, infectious rhythms, and unforgettable lyrics that are incense in our imaginations. His artistic talents coped with his quiet philanthropy makes him a great Music Care Persons of the Year honoree, and we are very fortunate to have the opportunity on our board, past honorees, and the music community around this special event. Petty added, I am so very pleased to be honored as the Music Care's Person of the Year. I have so much respect for this organization, which really does care about the people in our industry. I myself know many people who Music Care has aided in desperate situations. Again, let me say, this is a true honor. Adele's latest album, 25, has now reached diamond status, selling 10 million copies in less than a year. According to Billboard, 25 reached the milestone earlier this month, with the songstress receiving a special plaque from the Recording Industry Association of America to celebrate the feat. The album, released in November 2015, has stayed on consistent top sellers, with hit singles such as Hello, Send My Love to Your New Lover, and When We Were Young. In comparison, Adele's previous album, 21, released in 2011, is certified diamond with 14 million copies sold, while her debut album from 2008, 19, has sold over 3 million units. Adele will continue to tour across the United States until November 21st, when she wraps up in Phoenix, Arizona. The 28-year-old made headlines last when she paid tribute to Amy Winehouse on social media during what would have been the late singer's 33rd birthday. And here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of October 8th. Number 10, Calvin Harris featuring Rihanna with This Is What You Came For. Number 9, Charlie Puth featuring Selena Gomez with We Don't Talk Anymore. Number 8, Drown featuring Lil Yachty with Broccoli. Number 7, The Chainsmokers featuring Die with Don't Let Me Down. Number 6, Shawn Mendes with Treat You Better. Number 5, Sia featuring Sean Paul with Cheap Thrills. Number 4, DJ Snake featuring Justin Bieber with Let Me Love You. Number 3, Major Lazer featuring Justin Bieber and Emma with Cold Water. Number 2, 21 Pilots with Heathens. And the number 1 song in the Billboard Hot 100 single charts for the week of October 8th, The Chainsmokers featuring Halsey with Closer. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1907, Gene Autry, the singing cowboy, is born. From the early 30s to the mid-50s, Gene Autry, the singing cowboy, dominated the country western genre as the biggest-selling recording artist of the era. But more than that, Autry was a phenomenally successful radio personality, movie star, and businessman too, a cross-platform creative mogul of the kind of today's pop superstars strive to be. Born on this date in 1907 near Topeka, Texas, Byron Overall and Gene Autry grew up to be one of the most important figures the country music world has ever seen. As a boy, Autry sang in the church choir in Tioga and mastered the mail-order guitar his parents bought him for his 12th birthday. He was already an accomplished amateur and sometimes professional musician when in the early 20s his family moved to Oklahoma, setting in motion the events that would make him into a star. While Autry strummed his guitar and sang casually during a quiet swing shift in the telegraph office in Chelsea, Oklahoma in the summer of 1927, Oklahoma's favorite son and one of America's favorite entertainers, Will Rogers, happened in the office and encouraged young Gene to head to New York City to pursue a recording career. 1 year later, Autry did just that, landing an audition at RCA Victor that led to his first recording session in the autumn of 1929. Autry's commercial breakthrough came 2 years later with the first of his big hits, That Silver-Haired Daddy of Mine. When the record sold its first 500,000 copies, Autry's label American Records presented the young star with a commemorative gold-plated copy of the disc, the first ever gold record. A regular spot as Oklahoma's yodeling cowboy on the national barn dance radio show out of Chicago soon followed, giving Autry the platform that made him a star nationwide. Then in 1934, Autry made his first film appearance in a movie called In Old Santa Fe, which in turn led him to being cast as himself in B movie serials called The Phantom Empire, a series that featured not only singing cowboys, but also an advanced civilization called Marania, driven underground during the last ice age. Phantom Empire also became one of the most successful film franchises of the first half of the 20th century, earning Gene Autry recognition as one of Hollywood's top 10 box office attractions. Except during the hiatus for services in World War II, Autry continued an amazing career streak well into the 50s, amazed a string of classic hits that included not just country classics such as Back in the Saddle Again, but also numerous holiday standards, including Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which he wrote himself, and also the biggest hit of his career in 1949's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Gene Autry owned record label Challenge Records and also became the original owner of Major League Baseball Los Angeles. Born on this date in 1907, Gene Autry died shortly after his 81st birthday on October 2nd, 1998. And as your entertainment report for Thursday, September 29th, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.